Good morning. This is Evangelist Robert L. McKim Sr. I wanted to clarify some things, okay? I don't have my glasses on because I don't need my glasses while I am cooking or doing something of that nature. I wanted to clarify some things that somebody out there is trying to run their mouth and type things that isn't true. First off, my family doctor had told me to eat a lot of protein throughout my day. Protein for breakfast, protein for snack, protein for lunch, protein for snack, protein for dinner, and a protein for bedtime snack. So to keep my sugar an even number. If I don't eat like that, then guess what? My sugar is up and down all over the place. It doesn't stay where it's supposed to stay. And it's a proven fact, people, that diabetes is controlled through eating protein plus fruits and vegetables. Protein is what we need because, for one thing, I am leaking protein every time I urinate. Every time I go to the bathroom, protein is going out of my body. So I have to have protein throughout my day. I got the documented proof of it, people. Blood work, urine work, come on. Doesn't take a rocket scientist, but sometimes I wonder, it should take a rocket scientist. But long story short, this person keeps saying on my Facebook about me eating bacon and sausage for breakfast. Well, it's protein, is it not? Protein? Huh? Is it protein? And the bacon that I get comes from a butcher, not the grocery store. And to prove my point here, if I can find, I saved some packages of bacon from the grocery store. And the bacon from the grocery stores says right on the package right here, cured with water and salt and sugar and sodium. That's a good brand right there. And then even this cheap store brand says the same thing. I know I saw it somewhere on here. Yeah. Well, I saw it on there. Sorry. I know I saw it somewhere. Can't remember where offhand. Well, anyhow, long story short, that is what a lot of the store-bought bacon is cured with. This bacon that I get, as you can see, is nice and thick, and I have to cut it down with a knife in order to get the exact sizes that I want. This is the bacon frying up right now. And then of course I get a couple handfuls of hash browns along the side. And then this is the oil that I've been getting. And as you can see, it's all natural. Blend oil, blend with granola and sunflower and soybean. Not corn, not vegetable. And it's a healthy oil. And then, oh yeah, the butter that we've been getting. Whoops, sorry. I dropped it. It's made with sea salt and olive oil. Not the kind of butter that you would get in the bigger tubs. I need to go sit down here. I just get tired of people running their mouth and saying things that isn't true. I never said that my doctor said I gotta eat bacon and sausage every morning. I said protein, 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 protein. Get it straight through that thick skull that you have. Of course, there's other things too that's protein. Eggs is protein. Dairy, all dairy's protein. Fish is protein. Steak, hamburger. All meat products is protein, and dairy products is protein. Because a lot of people think I should just be eating cottage cheese and fruits, and you know what? You might as well buy me a cow so I can make my own cottage cheese and cheese. Because it's impossible to keep enough cottage cheese, especially when there's 2 people in the household and both likes cottage cheese. We just won't eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks, and everything else. So it doesn't keep long in the house. And that will get more expensive than buying 4 packs of bacon at $4.29 a pound. And sometimes we get it a little cheaper. At Walnut Creek Cheese, sometimes they have the slab bacon on sale. Very few and far between. That's what we get. Slab bacon, basically. That is cured with just hanging it up in a smokehouse and smoking it for a period of time. Not loading it up with salt and water and sodium. I mean, I'm also trying to watch my blood pressure. And too much salt, of course, causes blood pressure to go up. I go sparingly on the salt. Plus, I use sea salt, which is more healthier than the salt with the iodine in it. Even though they say we need iodine, well, sometimes I think they think we need too much of something. If we just eat right, watch what we eat, we will be healthy. The problem is there's too many people out there that think they know better than the medical doctors do. Grant, I have a PhD and a Doctor of Divinity degree. Okay? But sometimes I am even treated like I'm stupid. When actually, I hate to say it, you know, when you point a finger at somebody, how many fingers is pointing back at you? 3. 3 fingers is pointing back at you. When you point, I'm not trying to, do the gun thing, but when you're pointing, 3 fingers is pointing back at you. So, as Jesus said, you don't have the right to judge when you have a plank in your own eye. Don't worry about the speck in my eye. When you have a plank in your eye, and the plank that you have is judging others and thinking that you are way better than me and everybody else on the face of the earth. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you. We're supposed to be all in God's eyes equal. But there are people out there think they're way better that somebody else does not equal, that is called ego. Ego. They have a very high ego about themselves. And lots of times God does not look highly favorable on that kind of attitude. He doesn't. He wants you to be humble. Humble. Not have a high ego. Because Jesus says, actually, the master that serves is greater than the master that wants to be high above somebody. In a nutshell. I serve. And I claim to be, yes, a prophet of Jesus Christ to spread the truth. His truth. His truth. The truth. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Hebrews, and the rest of the New Testament and the Old Testament as well. Because if it wasn't for the Jewish people in Israel, if it wasn't for Abraham, Isaac, Moses, there wouldn't be Christianity. Oh, probably somebody that was, oh, God would have found another way. No, God had this all planned out when He made earth to begin with, because He was in the future and knew what was going to happen before He made the earth. So He planned all this out before He made the earth, before He made the heavens and the sun and the moon and the stars. He planned this all out beforehand, because He knew what was going to happen, because He's in the past, He's today, and He's tomorrow. He's omnipresent. He's everywhere in all time periods. And you can call Him a time traveler in a way. Long story short, there's nothing you can do and continue saying except try and get my goat, make me all upset. And it seems like you like that. It seems like you like that. That's what gets me. It seems like you thrive on if I comment back. Another thing that gets me is that someone had said, oh yeah, you believe in Jesus Christ. But yet, believing in Jesus Christ is one thing. But you keep saying and that you don't believe in Jesus' teachings. That Jesus' teachings is only for the Jews. And you're a Gentile. So basically you're saying you don't have to pay attention to anything that Jesus said that we're supposed to be doing as His followers. Come on now, you can't have it both ways. And that's what you're wanting. And you're wanting to try to prove me wrong. In my heart of hearts, that I know Jesus is the only way. And if we obey His teachings, we are His disciples. Not Paul's teachings. Paul was, yes, an apostle after the fact, because Jesus came to Paul, and Paul evangelized the church, and he taught many things to the church. But the fact is, we are still followers of Jesus Christ. So wasn't Paul. Paul said he didn't preach himself. He preached Jesus. So everything has to still go back to Jesus' teachings. If it doesn't go back to Jesus' teachings, then it is not the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is the gospel according to what we want it to be. It's a gospel according to I, the ego. Well, listen, I gotta get off here because my battery's dying. I hope you understand that what is really going on, and that you have a blessed day.